Hey, welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a really fascinating, kind of counterintuitive idea about generosity. It comes from this ancient text, and it suggests that the most powerful kind of giving is when you expect absolutely nothing back. So, how on earth can getting nothing be the biggest reward of all? Let's get into it.
Okay, so our journey starts with this one very confusing line from the Diamond Sutra. Now, a bodhisattva, this is a being who is all about achieving enlightenment to help everyone else. They're basically the poster child for compassion and doing good. So why in the world would the text say they don't get any merit or reward for all their good deeds? It just sounds completely wrong.
And that's the question, right? I mean, that's what we'd all ask. If there's no cosmic payback, no good karma points, then what's the point? This is the big puzzle we're here to solve, and thankfully, the text doesn't just leave us hanging. It gives us a really interesting comparison to help us figure it out. So, to make sense of this whole paradox, the Buddha sets up this comparison. It's between two different types of bodhisattvas, and each one represents a totally different way of thinking about doing good in the world. And just look at the scale of this thing. It's huge. So on one side, you have this bodhisattva of wealth who gives away an amount of treasure that you literally can't even imagine. It's beyond comprehension. Then on the other side, you have the bodhisattva of wisdom. This one doesn't give anything physical at all. Instead, they achieve this deep internal insight, this understanding that there's no separate, permanent thing you can call a self. And here is the big twist. The text comes right out and says that the merit of the bodhisattva of wisdom is way, way greater than the one who gave away infinite treasures. This right here is the key to the whole puzzle. It's telling us that the real value of an action isn't about what it looks like on the outside. It's about the mindset of the person doing it. But why? Well, the reason boils down to a single, really powerful idea that just gets in the way of true goodness, and that is the problem of attachment. So, this is the crucial point, this idea of attachment, or tamchak. It's that little voice in the back of your head that, does something nice and then kind of waits around, hoping for a thank you, or some good luck, or some kind of reward. It's that clinging to the result of what you did. And the text explains this with a fantastic metaphor. It says when you do good things but you're attached to getting a reward, the merit you get is leaky. It's like trying to fill up a cracked cup. No matter how much you pour in, the water just drains right out. It's temporary, it doesn't last. But when you act without any thought of getting something back, just out of pure compassion, the merit is leak-proof. It's whole, it's complete. And that is the kind of merit that actually changes you. This whole idea of looking for something outside of you that's actually been inside you all along, it's captured perfectly in this classic Zen story. It's about a man who went looking for spring. So our story kicks off with this man who is just determined to find spring. He's heard how beautiful and warm it is, and he's convinced he has to go on some grand adventure to track it down. So he packs his things and heads out full of hope. And man, does he search. He goes everywhere. He wears out his sandals climbing up these huge mountains and walking across endless fields. He looks all day, every day, from sunrise to sunset. But he just can't find it. To him, the world still feels cold and empty. So after all that, totally exhausted and just heartbroken, the man gives up. He figures he's failed. He turns around and starts the long walk home with absolutely nothing to show for all his effort. But as he finally gets home, he happens to look over into his own yard, and he sees his plum tree just bursting with flowers. And in that one moment, it all clicks. The amazing, beautiful thing he had traveled the entire world to find was right there, in his own backyard, the whole time. So this story isn't really about finding a season, of course. It's a huge metaphor for how we go about searching for all the really important things in our lives. And that's the big takeaway. We so often think that happiness or peace or feeling fulfilled are these external things we have to go out and get. We go on these massive quests, kind of like that bodhisattva of wealth giving away endless treasures. But the real treasure, that leak-proof merit, is something internal. It's the wisdom we already have inside us. It's the spring that's already blooming at home. And what's really cool is this isn't just an Eastern idea. You see the same thing in the West. Think about the old story of the bluebird, where the kids Till and Mytil travel all over looking for the bluebird of happiness, only to get home and realize it was their own pet bird the whole time. The lesson is totally universal. What we're looking for is often right where we started.
So it really leaves us with a powerful question to think about for ourselves. In our own lives, with our jobs, our relationships, what spring are we chasing after? What external reward are we wearing ourselves out trying to find when maybe, just maybe, it's already here, waiting for us right inside?